Guys, welcome back to another episode of my Why Civilization Started Over series. In the last episode, we saw that World War I broke out between Catalonia and Galicia. So, what's happening over here is the Triangle Alliance, or the leader of it, France, they'll be making the decision to declare war on Galicia for this. Now, the Triangle Alliance is pretty big, I'd say. It's one of the strongest it's the strongest, I think, in the world. It's got Florida, which is the jewel of the Galician American colony. And it's got France, Rome, and even the Dutch, who aren't really weak, and they've got a lot of ethnicities inside of them. But they'd still put up a good fight. Anyways, with this newfound declaration of war upon Galicia, we're going to be seeing that France will be beginning an invasion. Now, this invasion was even planned because France was just waiting for a reason to declare war on Galicia because they don't like them much. But anyways, we'll be seeing French troops moving in and skirting around outskirts of the cities, trying not to make any big losses. Eventually, they're going to encircle these ones over here, which is when some big fighting breaks out as they start to enclose in on them. These two cities over here, eventually they'll fall over to the French. This is when they'll be moving in on the capital of the Biscay region of Galicia. They'll be capturing it. Then after this, we'll be seeing the French moving into another major city here and taking out this entire region. But anyways, prior to that, we saw Galicia declaring war on Catalonia, and we'll be seeing them beginning to move some troops into Catalonia. I need to make it so that's really obvious for me. Yes, gang. We'll be beginning to move in towards this city here, and I was going to say doing some genocides, but they're actually the same religion/ethnicity as the rest of Iberia. Well, apart from the Gibraltar Gap or whatever. Anyways, they'll siege and take the city. The Galician army is the best in the world. They're like the Britain of this era, as they have a massive colonies over here, massive colonies in the Americas. They're a very strong nation, basically. Over here, we're going to be seeing the French moving in on the Galician colony in, I think this region's New England. I don't know, I've been calling it Pennsylvania, yeah. So I just like the name of it. These French troops will be moving up here, and this is one of the only regions where I've actually done major cities. So yeah, and they'll be moving up to capture this major city here. And what is this? There's gunk, gunky colours all over the map, like that. I don't like it. They'll be scuttling around the coast here and capturing this island with their navy. And now the colony is going to be alerted to this, so they're going to make some minor pushbacks around here and move back to the border. Anyways, moving down south to over here, the French, again, they were prepared for this, and we can see this as they start moving in on the Galician West African colony, which does grow quite well for them. Anyways, over here, yeah, I did major cities for the Angolan colony, but not for any others, which is annoying for me. We're going to see that the Galicians will be also moving in on another nation here, which is the colony. It's quite easy to do because they're just moving troops from the Gibraltar economic region up into here, which is quite quick and easy for them to do. And we'll be seeing them meeting their troops up in a connection over here. Anyways, Catalonia's strength is nothing compared to the Galicians, but we'll still see them making a bit of a push into Galicia over here as they attempt to take some land. The Galicians are going to be responding to this by pushing even further in, capturing all of this land over here, and starting a new front over here, as they'll start to make a pincer movement to entrap the large Catalonian troops, and they'll stop around the supply route bit, where these guys are suctioning troops through here. The supply line is it's going from the main region here. It's going down, it's going up. So yeah. Whoop. Anyways, back to over here. We're going to be seeing these guys move in a bit further. And yeah, now Galicia doesn't really have any friends, but they are able to convince no. What is it? No, they're able to convince their Florida colony to switch sides in this war. And they basically say, why are you guys hating on us? We promise you a large chunk of land over here if you join our side. Which is what but instead of taking this offer, they'll just be ditching both sides and we want nothing to do with this. In fact, we don't want to waste our military helping you guys. This is very scummy what you're doing. And so yeah, basically it's just this big European war. And back over here, we'll see that these guys are able to cut off a large group of Catalonian troops. Anyways, Rome starts to get their stuff together, and they start to make a large pushbacks over here. I'm starting to move towards here again. But inside of Rome, there's large rebellions all over their colony, in these major cities, even in the Balearic Islands. They're revolting. And this is because the blue team is wanting its independence. So, deciding it's the smartest thing to do, they'll be releasing the blue team over here on with the requirements that they help them, they side with them in this war. So that's what will be happening. We'll be seeing that the blue team will be released and joining in on this war on the side of the triangles. Now, you may have noticed that Galicia, they don't have any friends. Oh no. But they'll be sending a message over to the 4-point stars over here to try to get them to be a distraction. Won't work. Sad. No one likes Galicia. But Galicia is putting up a pretty good fight, actually. Anyways, moving back over to here, we'll be seeing that the French troops are moving back up and capturing this major city, and they're moving down and around and capture all of this land here. And yeah, they make a naval landing, capturing these two major cities here. And they'll move along the coastline again, capturing these major cities here. Basically, the entire colony falls over to the Frenchies. That's a major victory for them. Anyways, we'll be seeing that the French will start to move into this major colony over here. And Roman forces, and I know I've only done a few major cities for Roman and colonies over here, but I will do it later, I promise you. Trust. And anyways, we'll be seeing that the Romans will start to attempt to cut these guys off. and the French Navy will be doing a special operation to capture Cuba, which will be going successfully as the island will be captured here, and France will be setting up like a blockade, stretching from here all the way down to Guyana, to Suriname, basically blocks Galicia to sending reinforcements over to here. And this has quick repercussions as they're not able to send any support over, which means that basically it just falls over to Rome and France quite quickly. Moving over to Africa, we'll be seeing Galicia making a bit of a pushback over here. What's the colour I used for the Galicians pushing into France? I don't have one. Yeah, looks like trust. And in fact, they'll start to do quite well over here as they push in a decent bit into the French West African colony over here. Anyways, moving it back down here, we'll be seeing the Dutch. They basically, their only job, they have one job, and that's to conquer land out of Galician South Africa. And it's going quite well as they begin to push into Namibia, and they'll start to make their way down the coastline. And there's little to no resistance out here, and they can just quickly take land away. And we'll also be seeing the French Mozambique colony is going to be being a help here as they push in. So it's going quite well for the triangles now. The Dutch, they're going to be continuing to move down the coast, and they'll be capturing a wee lot of land down here. And ooh, no la la whoa. Gotta fix this up here. I hope I think this would work. Yes, trust. I got this. That's scary. Anyways, we'll be seeing that the French now will be continuing to move in on this colony around here as they begin to close in. These two guys, they'll be doing quite well as they work together to take this out, and eventually Galician South Africa will be falling over to these guys, obviously. So Galicia's only got two fronts now to worry about, and they're doing a lot of focus on their front here in Iberia as they start to push even further into the blue team's land. They'll be cutting off these guys and starting to push in as this will happen, and they'll push in, capture this major city, and the next one will fall soon after. Keeping up the push into Catalonia's lands will be quite good as well for a bit, until Rome starts to send reinforcements in. Oh wait, these guys were given the Balearic Islands, weren't they? My bad, gang. I kinda forgot, gang. Bala bala boo boa boing wong. Manga manga minga mink monk your mank. Sing a song ling long. Wang. Okay. Over here we're gonna be seeing the French do quite well as they'll be capturing all of this land up here, and meeting up with the main Iberian front line. Catalonia will take back this major city here. We'll start pushing back to the border. Crud, I forgot about this one. On the border here, and Roman support will help the blue team out greatly, as I'll recapture this major city here and move in. Anyways, the Glycians will be making a large pushback here, recapturing a major city and starting to move towards another. Anyways, moving back down to over here, we're going to be seeing that the Romans will be doing something, and which will be obviously moving into Galician West Africa. And this is a surprise attack from the north, but there's little to no military or cities out here, which makes it really easy for them to move in. I wonder which one's provinces. Oh, cool. Anyways, they're going to be starting to move into this province here, as they'll be moving along the border. No, I'm kidding, I don't really want to do provinces. It sucks. It looks weird. But it's kind of cool with province map, I guess. Anyways, they'll be moving in further, capturing a lot of major cities. Then they'll be moving, and they've also captured a lot of land over here. Anyways, this is the end of the first half of World War I. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.